What's up everyone? Towelie here with Unstable Commanders, bringing you another deck tech video. This time we'll be going over mono white to see if it could keep up with the other cEDH decks out there. A couple things I do want to go over. One, my voice does sound a little raspy the day of me recording this, as I found out that I have both COVID and strep throat. So I may crack my voice, I may stutter a lot more than typical. But of course, the show must go on. So, yeah, appreciate it if you guys bear with me here. Number two, I am going to start posting these videos every Friday instead of every Wednesdays now, as it's a lot better for me to edit these videos and not stress into trying to finish these as soon as possible to be able to release them. So it'll be Friday 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Gameplays will still be Sunday 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, if you do like the video, hit that like button, comment down below what else you want me to build, and make sure you do subscribe so that when you join the giveaway for the two Bloomburrow precons, the squirrel and the rabbit, and if we do hit 500 subscribers before the giveaway ends on September 7th, then the winner of the giveaway would receive a bonus gift. Now of course, these precons will come with Dragon Shield sleeves, so be sure to join. US and Canada only, of course. Alright, so let's get started. Now, the commander that we chose to build for mono white is Heliod the Sun Crowned. God, this freaking fly everywhere. So annoying. Anyways, Heliod Sun Crowned. 2 colorless, 1 white, legendary enchantment creature god, indestructible. As long as your devotion to white is less than 5, Heliod isn't a creature. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control. Colorless white, another target creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Those two abilities I just named off right there, we will go over more on the win cons and combo section of the video. But of course, just like the other two deck text videos that I did, what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with lands, then planeswalkers, creatures, sorceries, instants, artifacts, and enchantments. So let's get started. With the lands, I did 28, but 29 including MDFCs. Ancient Tomb, Arid Mesa, Cavern of Souls. It's mainly there to make sure that the others cannot counter your combo piece, which I'll go over more and highlight what creature I'm talking about once we get to the creature section. City Traders, Iganjo, Seat of the Empire, or Eiganjo. That's how you pronounce it because it's Japanese. Eiganjo, yeah. Emergent Zone, Flooded Strand, Gemstone Caverns, Adventurous Fair, Marsh Flats, Monumental Henge, Nykthos Shrine of Nyx, Prismatic Vista, Talon Gates of Madara, Urza Saga, War Room, Winding Canyons, Windswept Heath, and 10 snow-covered plains. You could choose to run basic plains if you want. I've just been noticing a lot lately that people who play cEDH would rather include snow-covered lands than normal basic lands. I don't know why, but I'm just going with it. Alright, so starting with planeswalkers, there's only just one. And I forgot to mention, but this deck is mainly a stacks deck to keep up with all the turbos out there. So the only planeswalker that I added, of course, is Karn the Great Creator, as it will shut down a lot of active abilities for artifacts your opponents control that turbo decks need, or rock sides need, or heck, even Nadu players need in order to pop off. So that's the only planeswalker you need, and it's a great addition to this deck. Now we're going to go over creatures. Creatures on this deck is 29. And again, I'm going to highlight which ones that will cover in Cavern of Souls. Archivist of Ogma. Best thing to do is splash it in if someone's about to tutor. Archon of Emeria, stacks piece. Aven Interrupter, Aven Mind Sensor. Back-to-back stacks pieces. Boromir, Warden of the Tower. Dauntless Dismantler, Doorkeeper Thrall, Dranith Magistrate, Eidolon of Rhetoric, Esper Sentinel, Aethersworn Canonist, Grand Abolisher, Hushbringer, Linvala Keeper of Silence, Miro Shield of Argive, Phyrexian Censor, Ranger of Eos, Ranger Captain of Eos, Recruiter of the Guard, Sanctifier Envec, Scrapyard Recombiner, Sarascendant, Solitude, Soulless Jailer, Thalia Guardian of Thraben, Triskelion, that's one that you would call for Cavern of Souls, which is Construct, Walking Ballista, which is another construct that you would call, Wandering Archaic, and Weathered Wayfarer. Now the best way to actually search for these cards, as white doesn't really have a lot of artifact or a lot of creature tutors, it does have a lot of enchantment tutors, but it's not really big in enchantments. So I added Ranger of Eos, Ranger Captain of Eos, and Recruiter of the Guard for you to be able to search for Triskelion and for Walking Ballista, which are two combo pieces that does combo off with their commander Heliod. I also did add a Scrapyard Recombiner that also searches for constructs, which again I named Triskelion and Walking Ballista. So there are ways that you could search for them. I just added one sorcery, which is Savine's Reclamation. This would actually be great if, in case you need to search, like let's say you have a Ranger Captain of Eos on the battlefield. In order to stop people from countering you, you sacrifice Ranger Captain of Eos, and then you could use Savine's Reclamation to bring back Ranger Captain of Eos to be able to search for Walking Ballista if you already used Captain of Eos to search for like an Esper Sentinel or something like that. Now, and since I did 14, Angel's Grace. I know some people don't like Angel's Grace. I personally like this card, especially in a mono white deck, and I probably would only use this on a mono white deck because it's just a very troll-like way to prevent a Thoracle player from winning. You're just like, yeah, you just go through it. Just go through your combo. Just go through it all. Oh, by the way, ETB, split second. You can't do anything about it. Like, bye. I don't know. To me, I just love it. Calamity's Wake. I mean, I kind of like it. Yeah, exile all graveyards, whatever. Disenchant, destroying things. Aligned Tutor is another way to search for the artifacts you need. Everybody Lives. I feel like this is another card that you can add in a mono white deck and only on a mono white deck to stop the Thoracle players from winning. But I mean, that's up to you. I just added it just to fill in the 99. If you guys have a better way to fill in 99, just let me know. Galadriel's Dismissal, Heliod's Intervention, Mana Tithe. It's really there for anyone who's tapped out and trying to use a free counter spell. March of Otherworldly Light, Path to Exile, Razor Grass Ambush, that's the NDFC card, Reprieve, Silence, and Swords to Plowshares, or Plowshares, however you want to pronounce that. Artifacts 18, you got Agatha's Soul Cauldron, Arcane Signet, Chalice of the Void. It's a great way to just counter things, honestly. Chromox, Graft Digger's Cage, which does stop breach lines. Joe Lotus, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt, Mana Vault, Mox Diamond, Mox Opal, Pearl Medallion, Soul Ring, The One Ring, Thorn of Amethyst, Torpor Orb, Trinisphere, and Vexing Bauble for those free counters and of course the zero cost artifacts out there. And then lastly, Enchantments. Aura of Silence, Blind Obedience, Charitable Levy, Deafening Silence, Rest in Peace, Rule of Law, Smothering Tithe, and Trouble in Pairs. So yeah, A lot of it's going to be a bunch of stacks pieces that you'll be working around to make sure that you're able to keep up in the game. So, without further ado, now we're going to go over combos and win cons, which, I mean, they're both going to be the same. It's going to be very straightforward. You basically, what you do is you survive long enough to be able to do the Heliod Sun Crown and either Triskelion or Walking Ballista combo. What you want to do is so let's say you want to go through the Triskelion route. So you do Heliod Sun Crown, make sure that's on the battlefield. Triskelion, make sure that's on the battlefield as well. Use Heliod's ability, the colorless and white, giving Triskelion lifelink until end of turn. Then with Triskelion, you remove one of the +1/+1 counters that it gets when it enters the battlefield, which it does enter a battlefield with 3, to deal 1 damage to any target. Just name whoever you want. And because it gets lifelink, if you were to target, like, let's say, person in front of you, rock side player, you know, because screw rock side players, honestly. Kidding. I love all you guys. So when you ping them for 1, you gain life because of the lifelink from Triskelion. And then with Heliod, you gain life. When you do gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature or enchantment you control, which in this case will be the Triskelion. So it'll basically get the +1/+1 counter back if you do that. And then what you do is just keep going and going and going and going until everyone's dead. Or you could do, again, Walking Ballista, where it enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. I believe you just need 2. So you'll just have to pay a total of 4 colorless mana with Walking Ballista. And then you could remove a +1/+1 counter for Walking Ballista that deals 1 damage to target creature or player. So again, you just target a player. Well, first you give it lifelink through Heliod. Then you target a player by just shooting it, removing a +1/+1 counter. And then so with the lifelink, it gets it back. And then you just keep going and going and going and going until everyone's dead. Very straightforward. But I mean, with mono white, it's a little difficult to kind of be like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to do this turn 1 and turn 2. I mean, let's be real, it's kind of difficult to be able to do that. So that's why you gotta make sure that you have your stacks pieces in line. So your opening hand should either come with, like, I would say for myself, I'll probably have an opening hand of a Traneth Magistrate, just to kind of slow people down for not being able to use their commanders. Or what I could do too is I could do an opening hand to be able to turn 1 or turn 2 a Karn to be able to stop the fast mana rocks. Dauntless Dismantler to make those mana rocks, including treasures, come in tapped, so they have to wait a whole turn just to use them. Archon of Emeria will be good too, because that basically just makes it so that no one could play more than 1 spell each turn. Which you also have other things such as Alodon the Rhetoric, Aether Sworn Canonist, and Deafening Silence to be able to do that job too. So yeah, this is very straightforward. Very short deck tech, as it is mono white's not really like technical like colorless, but I mean it's a little bit more technical than green, which I'm hoping this time around I could do a lot better to showcase this deck. And yeah, see if you guys like it, and if you guys are into if you guys are looking into getting into cEDH, see if you guys are gonna look into like maybe this type of deck or like any other deck that I build in the future for you guys. Now, of course, if you did like the video, like I said, like it, comment, and make sure you subscribe for those giveaways that I'm doing until September 7th. And very much appreciated. Love you guys. If it's your birth month, happy birth month. See ya.